Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is my first video of 2016. Kind of happy belated new year to y'all. I'm so sorry I did not have a video up last week. My camera decided that it no longer wanted to accept the memory card that I used to film with, and so I couldn't get it to work, and my husband was really busy, but I asked him and kind of like gave him the look and asked if he could fix it for me, and being the computer tech he is, made it work, so I'm now able to film again, so thank goodness. So I have a Coastal Scents haul / review for you guys. I've had these products for a while, so I can kind of give you my opinion on them, at least the ones I've had played around with a little bit. So let's just jump into this because I don't want this to be forever long. So I went on coastalscents.com and saw that they were having a special, and they had like these beauty boxes that they were selling. And I picked up the one from, I have a text message. It's my mommy. She's important, we have to check those. Okay, so like I was saying, I went online and saw that they were having these beauty box things, and I picked up the box that said Supreme Beauty Collection. And there's 4 different things in there, and I'll show you what I mean in a minute, but there's 4 different things that come inside this box, and this one was labeled Beauty Supreme Collection or Supreme Beauty Collection or something to that effect. I didn't save the box, and it's trash day, so the trash came and went, and so sorry. If I was thinking, I would have kept that, but sometimes my brain just doesn't want to work with me. So in that box you get 5 different eyeliners, so you get different shades. You get green, white, blue, black, and brown, and I kind of wish they would have given a gray, but that's okay. These eyeliners are not my favorite out of this collection. You do kind of have to work with them a little bit. I'll swatch this green one for you. They are nicely pigmented, however, I noticed you have to kind of like go over your area that you apply it a couple times. But they're nice and blendable. I mean, look how smooth that is when they are blendable. I really like this. They set rather quickly, so if you're using these to do like a smudgy eyeliner, I recommend doing one eye at a time, because otherwise you could run into some major problems and it'll be really streaky. Then in that palette, or in that box, you also get the Revealed 2 palette. And I think there's a lot of colors in here that are comparable to the Naked 3 palette. Obviously they're going to be completely different formulas of shadows, so the quality isn't going to be the same, but I think the colors in here are very comparable to the Naked 3. And I absolutely love this palette, and I have used this several times. These colors are nice, and they have long wearability, I guess is what I'm looking for. They do last really well if you prime your lids properly. Put like concealer on your eyelids and set that with a powder, and then put these shadows on. I've heard people say that they don't like Coastal Scents shadows because they're not very long wearing, but I have never run into that problem. In fact, yesterday I used this palette to create the eyeshadow look, and I had that on from 8 o'clock in the morning till about 10 o'clock at night, and my eyeshadow still looked the way it did when I applied it that morning. So I've never had a problem with these not being long wearing. So I'm just going to go ahead and swatch a couple of these shadows. So I'll do this one right here, and you can see how well pigmented these are. And I'm going to go ahead and swatch this for you. And the sun's not working with me, so I'm going to just swatch this right here. So you can see how nice and smooth and creamy these shadows are. They're not chalky at all, and I've never had a problem with fallout either. And there's a mix of matte and shimmer shadows in here. So I'll swatch this one right here. This is a matte shadow, and you can see how well this is so pigmented. I love this, and they're so smooth. I'm very impressed with this palette. The next thing I got in that box is the Eclipse 15 shade concealer palette. Let me open this. Okay, so there's 15 shades of cream concealers in here. There's all your, traditional concealer colors, and then over here you have a lavender, green, white with actually a little bit of shimmer, so I'm gonna go ahead and swatch this one for you. This has really pretty shimmer in it, so it's perfect for a highlighting shade. In fact, I do have this as a highlight on today, and I do absolutely love this. And there's also a yellow shade in here. Now, real quick, I'll go through what these actually are for. So this purple lavender-ish shade right here, you would use this to cancel out any yellow tones in the face. And then the green one is perfect for concealing acne or rosacea. Anywhere that you get red, you want to put this green concealer. Obviously the white one would be a highlight, and then this yellow one is just a brightening one. You just put this anywhere that you want to just brighten and highlight everywhere. So I do really like this, and I like that it's not huge. I have this this palette right here. This is from Glam Chick, and there's only 10 eyeshadow or 10 contour shades in here, which is a highlight. This is a concealer palette as well. There's 10 shades in here, and this one is taking up a lot less room than this big one. So I really do like that this is nice and small, and it's easy to travel with. Okay, so the last thing I got inside that box was the makeup brush holder. I guess there's a makeup brush kit in here too, but there's just this really nice kind of quilted pattern on the case itself, and then it has the Coastal Scents brand right there, and there's a heart for the zipper, and you just unzip this. It comes with 7 travel size brushes. They're all natural hair brushes except for these 3. These 3 are actually synthetic, so they're perfect for cream products, and I'll go through which ones you get inside here. But there's a flap right here so you won't get the case dirty if you're putting dirty brushes in here. And then there's a little zipper compartment right here on the side, and this is actually a mesh compartment, so you can see what you're putting in there, and I do really like this. I used this when I was traveling as well. And it's nice and sturdy. Like, I mean, you can bend it, but there's also like really hard, I think like cardboard or something really hard in there, so it's not gonna fold this way on you. So real quick, you get a blush brush in here, a synthetic hair concealer brush, a synthetic hair angled brush, a natural hair blending or crease brush, a natural hair large shader brush, like a paddle brush type thing, a small shader brush, and then you get a synthetic hair bent liner brush with a really fine tip. And I'm gonna like hold this up as much as I can. This brush has the finest tip on it. I actually love it for doing detailed liner. It's just awesome. So the next thing I picked up, that was it for the beauty box. The next thing I picked up was actually this 28 eyeshadow magnetic case, and it comes with a clear lid. This holds 28 of the single shadows that Coastal Scents sells. It also holds BH Cosmetics shades. In fact, I'm going to do a comparison for you. They're about the same size. This is a BH Cosmetics shade, and this is the Coastal Scent shade, this yellow one. So holding them up, they are the same size pan, and they just click right into this case. It's a magnetic case, so you can see that it's actually a really strong magnet that holds them in place, and they just slide right in. You just boop. And there's also, let me put a brighter shade in here so you can actually see what I'm talking about. There is a lip right here where you can actually stick your finger in there, or a metal tool. I actually like using the fine point of like scissors or something, just so I'm getting in there and I don't ruin the shadow with my nails trying to get in there to get the shadow out. But this has a really nice clasp to it. You can hear it. You can hear it close, so you'll know it's nice and close. And this has been dropped a couple times, and the shadows stay in place. I'm gonna wing it around. The shadows stay in place. With it open, the magnet is so strong and the eyeshadows are still in there. So I do really recommend this for you. They have a bunch of different sizes as well. The next thing I got, since we're on this palette, I bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of their single shadows. I went through and I wanted to buy like bright shadows, so I went online and saw that they were having a kind of like a special on there. All of these were under $2, and I actually think they might have been under $1.50. So I picked up Bright Tangerine, which is this really pretty bright orange. Sunbeam, which is a really kind of pale yellow. It's like a pale sunshine yellow. Vibrant Green, which is kind of like a neonish color, I can't talk, a neon kind of color. Vibrant Blue Green, which is actually showing up a lot brighter on camera than it actually is, but this is still a really pretty color, and I can't wait to use this in a tutorial. I should probably swatch these so you guys can see the consistency of these shadows. I'll swatch this one. This is Indigo. This kind of replacing the Electroshock from NYX. Oh, and on that note, NYX single shadows do not fit in here. They're actually a little bit smaller than these circles. So I don't recommend using this for the NYX shadows, although you probably could use them if you get a bigger magnet for the bottom of the NYX pans and then put it in here. It might work, but from my experience, I don't trust that enough to put them in there. So anyhow, these shadows are nice and very nicely pigmented. Look at that. Just look at that. I'll swatch it on the back of my hand for you. You can just see, I'm gonna move the camera closer because the sun is kind of going down and it's messing with the video. You can see how nice and pigmented these are. I have noticed that certain colors are a little bit more chalkier than others. This one is definitely one of the more chalkier kind of colors, but I still don't have any problems with this, and I really can't wait to use that one in a tutorial because I love bright colors, if you haven't noticed. Next shade I got is Vibrant Plum, and this actually applies a little bit more pink than it does a plum. So I was kind of a little like disappointed in that, but not to the extent where I'm never going to use this. But let me swatch this one for you. So you can see it on my finger compared to the pan. There's not a big color difference, but there still is some. And then right here you can see that it's actually not very well pigmented, and it's really like a pinky kind of color than it is a plum. So I'll be working with this one, but I'm still kind of on the fence about that one. The last shade I got, which you're not going to be able to see if I swatch, so I got the shade Bombay, which is actually this kind of white gray kind of color, and I love using this to set my eyeshadow base and also use it as a little bit of a highlight and transition color, so I do really like that. The last two products I got are actually the Coastal Scents lipsticks. I picked up two shades. I picked up number 8 and number 15, and this is we'll go down the line. This is number 8. Number 8 is supposed to be this really deep berry, dark burgundy berry color. However, this is what it looks like in a tube. This is what it looks like when you swatch it. On your lips, on the back of your hand, and everything. It is not true to color at all. And I will have swatches of everything over on my website, and the link's down below, so you can actually see these in better lighting. I know the sun's just not working with me right now, but this does apply a lot brighter than it actually is, and I've noticed to get a more solid opaque, or to make this opaque, you need to apply layers of it. So I do really actually recommend you applying this lipstick, this particular shade, with a brush, because it kind of gets a little blotchy and splotchy. And this isn't what I have on my lips right now. This is a totally different color. And the last shade I got is number 15, which is a bright kind of red color. And then when you apply this one actually applies a whole lot brighter than it actually is in tube. So I don't know if that's a thing with all of their shades of lipstick, but I noticed that this is a thing with the two shades I got. So I will play around with a lot of these products and see where they're going. So that's all I have for you guys today. Don't forget, there's going to be a full list of all of these products. There's going to be pictures and swatches of all of these over on my website. The link is down below like always. I hope you guys really like this. Give me a thumbs up if you want to see a further in-depth review of a few of these products, because I would be glad to make that happen. Happy New Year. Well, happy belated New Year. Don't forget to make good choices, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.